here. Oh, shit.
What's that?
I forgot to do something. Oh, well. I have a picture of the standings for the bracket challenge.
Yeah. It's all good. We can show it while we're live.
Well, I used to have a thing on here called Studio Mode that I could do things that wouldn't hit the output, but I could still do them. And now I think I have to buy an account.
Yeah. That's an.
Are these things even on? Can you hear anything?
Hello.
You can
Yes,
hear
I
me?
can.
I can hear you.
Hey.
Perfect. Look at us
Let's
go.
get it.
Look at us go. Oh, wait. Hold on. Nope. I should record this all. Yeah. I should get this all recorded. Okay. I think so. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, I should absolutely record everything. So
I would think that's a good idea.
I told you, dude, nothing ever goes off without a hitch in here. Nothing at all ever goes off without a hitch in here. It's the Armchair Waterboys podcast. It is the most exciting time in sports of the entire year.
It's madness. It's madness out here.
We're without a Reggie today.
Yeah.
We don't have a Reggie.
That's okay.
We're
thinking about you, Reggie.
It is okay. But we still think about Reggie.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's got stuff going on.
Same.
He's got things going on. You were live today.
I am live today.
You were in South Carolina the other day.
I was in South Carolina yesterday.
Yeah.
But,
here you are today.
Things happen.
You drove up yesterday morning, right?
I did.
That's what I thought. You came straight to the bar.
Not quite straight, but I came to get a drink and some food,
Perfect.
I needed some sustenance.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I see you've gotten some of that same sustenance today.
Yeah.
Not me. Sour Trolleos. Actually, they're heart-shaped. I think my wife got these for me for Valentine's Day.
And you're just now eating them?
I just found them today. And I was like, this is amazing.
This is exactly what I needed.
Why? I gotta know something, though. I worked really hard to put that score up.
Yeah, and now it's not there.
It's not there. It's gone. It's like lost and gone forever. I got to know what's going on.
I don't see it.
Where'd it go?
Unfortunate.
Where'd it go?
I mean, I'm watching the game, but I think we know how this one's going to go.
Oh, I think I know what's going on. Yeah, I know what I did.
Oops.
Hold on. Dude, I'm telling you, nothing
Goes.
without a hitch.
Yep, without a hitch.
I've completely lost my cursor.
How many screens you got?
Dude, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about what's going on over here. I lost my cursor. I've nearly lost an entire Trolio.
I saw that.
I can't find my mouse anywhere. Where did he go? Oh, hold on. There we are. Now I got him.
Hey.
Now I got him. So what happens now
And we're back.
when I go back here? And then I go back. It's gone again.
So how many brackets?
I thought all right, I try to do something cool.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
I was just about to say how many brackets you think aren't busted.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. My whole afternoon just got busted by my inability to do this, I guess.
It's okay.
But as far as brackets go,
we're good.
it's brand new. It's brand new.
Yeah, it's a whole nother bracket.
For you
Just
people
a
watching
step.
on the stream, I had this whole I had the score
Yeah,
of the Arizona Dayton game
Yep.
on the screen. And now it's gone.
I'm also watching it. So
Right. What is the score?
17-11. Arizona's up. Dayton just hit a 3. No, they didn't. Holy shit.
Oh,
I thought it went in. It didn't go in.
okay. All right. Big weekend.
Yeah.
Big weekend in the college basketball
no
world.
doubt. Fucking
It's been a big couple days.
seriously.
Surprising couple days. Of course, the madness, that's why they call it March Madness.
Again,
'Cause
so
this is what the madness does.
as many brackets that are busted, I was talking with cousins last night. Keep letting the underdogs win because it is the most mad that it's been in years.
Agreed.
I feel like this time around,
I mean,
about it.
That's why it's March. That's why it's so exciting. That's
Yeah.
why people take entire days
Right.
to sit around with their buddies
And talk shit.
and talk shit
Yeah.
and watch basketball. That's what it's about.
For sure.
So you get teams like Duquesne
Yeah.
that come in. And you know what? I said the other day, I said, don't bet against the Mormons.
I said
Don't
the same
bet against
thing.
the Mormons.
I said the same
Ever.
fucking thing.
Don't ever bet against the Mormons. But you got to do a bracket.
Yep.
You had to think BYU was going to win that game.
I did.
I mean, that's just what
Certainly
what it
did.
is.
Well, and that one was a battle to the end too.
It really was.
It honestly was like it could have gone either way in the last like 2 minutes, probably.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, when you look at the whole game as a whole scope of a game, Duquesne led the whole way.
Right, they did.
They came out firing.
Yeah,
BYU
Well,
did everything they could to stay in the game.
It was an early start,
But
and
Duquesne
they
led
held
the whole
it.
way.
They held it. Yep.
Absolutely. So now you're looking at this Duquesne team
Right.
against an Illinois Big Ten team suspect. I'm Big Ten team suspect.
I mean, they always find
Suspect
a way
Big Ten
to-
team
They always find a way to
every time.
ruin it.
Well, we'll see. We shall see. But listen, if the madness of these last couple days
Says anything
leaves
Yeah,
you with still the ability to be
Right.
surprised,
no doubt.
a couple things to talk about. The Armchair Waterboys bracket challenge.
Oh,
Face ID won't recognize me with the
Dude,
sunglasses on.
Dan, if you're even listening right
Dan
now,
Fink.
listen, you coming in comments on the other stream, the
Right.
first stream,
Right.
stop it. Stop.
Clearly you didn't take our advice.
Right. Now he's over there watching Purdue today.
Yeah.
And-
Purdue plays tomorrow.
Well, whatever. They were up there getting food last night.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, they were up there.
Anyway,
They got tickets for the weekend.
stop it with that bracket being busted before you even made it.
Right.
This man is leading.
This man is tied for first.
Yeah.
Tied for first with a higher max points possible than the man he's
anybody.
tied with.
Right. Come on, Dan.
The man he's tied with,
Get out of here.
my brother-in-law,
yeah, right.
okay,
Has Texas winning everything.
has Texas going all the way.
Yeah.
Look, if you pick Texas to go all the way and get that, you're probably going to win the pool.
I mean, goddamn. I would
Like, you're
say
probably
so.
going to win the pool.
Yeah, for real.
You know, I am one of a bunch of people that have Arizona going all the way, but I don't know if you noticed this.
Right.
There's one bracket that has Arizona going all the way.
Yeah.
That isn't at the very bottom of the standings, and that's the Armchair Waterboys cumulative our consensus bracket that we made in here the other day.
For real.
That bracket is currently tied for third place and has Arizona going all the way.
Okay.
So that is, I think, our best chance.
Yeah, no doubt.
of capturing this prize. Now I don't know if I told you guys this the other day.
They're looking all right so far.
There's a prize. There's a prize for this.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a prize for this.
I don't know that we
completely
said it.
forgot.
Yeah, okay.
I left it completely out. There's a prize for this.
Tell the people.
$50 Visa gift card to the winner.
Let's go.
It actually now is a $47.34 gift card to the winner. I had to get a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, fair.
So $47.34 to the winner of this free to enter pool.
Right.
That mind you, we got quite a bit. We got quite a few brackets in it.
$47 and some change is $47.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
Absolutely. For nothing.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Just
some people
sell it out.
Some people sat at the bar and did it,
Right
within
there,
minutes.
yeah.
Within minutes. For nothing. Minimal effort. And if you pick Duquesne to go all the way, you're crazy.
Right.
Nobody did. I think the craziest go all the way pick that we have in our challenge. I've got Creighton.
Damn.
I've got Brant Miracle
All the
with
way?
Creighton going all the way. Of course, Dub took Houston. He was the only one. Andy Everode took Baylor to go all the way. So,
I mean,
couple crazies in there.
I think Houston has a tough challenge in this next game.
2 Purdue's. Houston does have a tough challenge, but listen, we talked about this the other day. Houston and Longwood.
Right.
I thought Longwood would give them a game.
Yeah.
I really, really, truly thought, and I'm not saying I thought they'd be within 4 points or anything.
Right.
I did not think they'd lose like that.
Right.
There were 2 games the other day where I picked the 16 seed to cover.
Right.
I had Longwood plus 29.5. I had Stetson plus 31.5.
I was about to say, you ready to talk about these
Jesus
bad beat stuff?
Christ, dude. Jesus Christ.
We talked about it a bit yesterday.
It's funny because, number 1 seeds are doing what number 1 seeds do.
Right.
The only number 1 seed I made a little money on, and that's because I moved the spread out a little bit, was Purdue.
Yeah.
Purdue, I had Grambling plus 29.5.
Right.
And Purdue won by 28.
Right.
Purdue covered the set spread. It was
Right.
26.5, 27.5.
That's the one.
All the 1 seeds covered their spreads.
Right.
Like, I moved the line a little bit, so I got paid.
Right.
But all the 1 seeds covered their spreads. And that's a weird one. That hasn't happened in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, last year, one of the 1 seeds got beat
Yeah. For real.
by a phallic shaped, like a team that you could kind of twist in a dirty way. Okay? You got Houston and Longwood. Longwood didn't do the job. Last year, Purdue loses to Fairleigh Dickinson. Let's think about this. St. Peter's, Oral Roberts, all these small schools that are knocking off these big programs. They're one of 2 things. They're dick names or they're named after old white men. James Madison last night putting it on Wisconsin.
Yeah. Called that
JMU.
one.
We did call that one.
Called that one.
We had the Dukes versus Duke, and that's happening today.
Yep.
Not today, tomorrow.
Yeah. But still, called that one.
Yeah.
If there was one, excuse me, of an upset, I really felt like the JMU over Wisconsin was it. And
I see. I think James Madison was at times favored.
Right. And
Like,
it's
at
like
times
even
they
in
were
the
favored.
game. Like
They led the whole way.
Yeah. Well, in like beforehand, they might have had like what, 1.5, something like that.
Yeah, something crazy.
But it was close. But they had the favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as they came out, meaning brackets even came out, I was like, if there's one to
Dukes,
lose,
they won 31 games.
Yeah. Yeah.
They won 31 games.
Right.
I don't care what level of college basketball you play on. That's not easy to do.
No.
They won 31 games.
For sure.
So the Dukes get it done. Now, obviously, we wanted to get this podcast in before the game started today.
Yeah.
We did not get that done. We're gonna broadcast over top of 1 tournament game, which at least there's not 4 going on.
23-16.
Zona. So I've got a parlay on today, and I'll talk about this a little bit before we go into our bracket redraw.
Yeah, no doubt.
Which I feel like we have to do to make anything interesting because everybody's brackets are shit. I had Kentucky in the Final 4.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that had them at least to Elite 8, probably.
I had Kentucky in the Final 4 real
That's
quick.
the true buster for about everybody.
Yeah.
For real.
Oh,
it really
Kentucky's
was.
a bad one. Kentucky's a bad one. If you had BYU
Sorry,
going to
Logan.
the Sweet 16, you look crazy. Yeah, sorry. RP Logan Lycan. Sorry about that, buddy. The Wildcats, it's going to have to be another year. Question that I talked about yesterday at the bar, somebody was talking about is Jim Calipari's job in jeopardy.
Yeah.
One tournament win in the last 5 years.
Really?
Their team is full of NBA prospects every year.
Yeah.
One tournament win in the last 5 years.
That's insane.
If you're a Kentucky basketball fan, how can that be fun?
Right. Well,
I know you get all this talent.
That's Logan. Like, again, sorry, bro. But damn, because they have it all over the
You're
NBA.
stacked with talent.
Yeah. Well, they have it all over the NBA even now.
How you lose to Goat K or whatever the fuck his name is? That dude hits 10 threes. And they were like, well, yeah, we had the guy that hit 10 threes. I'm like, so you can't beat a team just because they had a guy that scored 30?
Yeah, right.
Like,
But, I mean, scoring 30 in college is another
it's
fucking
a
story.
big deal.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
30 in college is a big
But
game.
Kentucky matches up on paper and physically with every position on the floor at all times.
Yeah. I
At
would
all
agree with
times.
that. Yeah.
And the kid, that Goat K or whatever his name is, he was a JUCO guy
Mm-hmm.
and got 0 D1 offers.
Right.
Enters
Zero.
the transfer portal
Zero.
out of JUCO, enters the transfer portal, gets 1 D1 offer
Right.
from the Oakland Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
And now he just beat Kentucky in the NCAA tournament.
No doubt. And he was on fucking
This dude was
fire.
in junior college, like
in that
Uber
game.
driving and door dashing and shit to pay his way through college.
Yeah.
Like, imagine coming from that and doing that work and never giving up on yourself.
Homegrown.
Fucking awesome.
I do it myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's huge. And he was on fire in that game.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
That dude, I felt like he couldn't miss.
I think
he felt
I think
like
he
a
ended
fucking
up,
Steph
I
at
think he
Davidson.
ended up 10 for 20. I mean, I think
But
he
I mean,
shot 23 points.
It's still, for a
50% from
college
the three-point
game,
line is a
felt
big
like
deal.
he was making everything.
Sure. We'll run through these standings real quick before we move on past busted ass bracket talk. Dane Fink, Dylan Barber, you guys are tied for first place. Of course, if you have the app, you already know this. Big two-way tie for second. Patty McGuire and the Armchair Waterboys.
Let's go.
We got Arizona. He's got Connecticut going all the way. Dylan's got Texas going all the way.
Yeah, that's
I thought that was pretty wild to have a 7 seed going all the way. But what I will tell you,
you know,
not a lot of people know Dylan. Dylan's a guy, man. He's a smart guy, smart sports guy. He knows his shit.
I mean,
So maybe he sees something we don't.
They got the Vols.
They got Tennessee tonight. I got them.
Yeah,
I got them losing, but I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
it's going to be a tough game.
Could be a real bad night for Dylan's bracket tonight.
Did we not have in ours Tennessee going to at least Final Four, if not final game?
We have Tennessee going to the Final Four.
Yeah. So
in ours.
Yeah. So that's where Tennessee's looking tough.
Oh, they're legit. They're absolutely legit.
But anyway,
my brother Corey Burton tied with Ashley Peters, Andy Everode, Nick Grams, Dustin Parks.
let's go.
Tyler, me, Grace McCauley, and Brant Miracle for fifth. Big, huge tie for fifth place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
We're
8-way tie
we're
for
still
fifth.
pretty early. We're getting
So yeah,
in.
we're early. We're one day through the first round.
Yeah.
We're one day through the first round. The only thing that I want to highlight is that your boy right here, Sean B, last fucking place. Last fucking place.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to be in last. It might as well be the guy that buys a bunch of equipment and acts like he knows shit.
Hey,
it might as
you know
well be
what?
that guy.
Field goals 5 of 16 for Dayton, 11 of 17 for Arizona, 28-16 right now.
That's not a very good recipe to win ball games. Dave.
No, it's not.
Not a good recipe to win ball games. I have
Arizona's
lost.
leading 5 turnovers to 4.
I want
so
to tell you something about my South bracket, about my South region
the South
bracket.
region bracket.
In
Yep.
my South region bracket, I lost all 4 Sweet 16 teams. I lost all 4 Sweet 16 teams.
Rough.
My South region bracket is literally over. I have 0 more points that I can get out of the fucking South region.
Damn.
I lost all 4 Sweet 16 teams. Look what I had, though.
AKA last.
Look what I had in the South region. I had in the Sweet 16, I had Nebraska.
Yeah.
I had Wisconsin.
I definitely had Nebraska.
I had Kentucky. And I had Florida.
Yeah, Kentucky busted everybody.
Absolutely.
Oakland came out firing like we already
Absolutely.
talked about. But
And you know who else busted a few heads? I want to recall Tuesday's episode when I asked the panel which first 4 team was going to be the one to make a run.
Yep.
Dustin Parks
Yep.
says, Buffalo!
Yeah.
The Buffaloes
Let's
of
go
Colorado
Yeah.
are going to be that team. Dude, They looked good yesterday.
Yes, they did.
Now, you win a college game 102 to 100.
Mm-hmm. That's a big game.
You didn't play defense, though.
Yeah.
You didn't defend well.
No, you scored.
So now you're looking at Colorado thinking, okay, are they coming up on any offensive juggernauts? They're coming up on Marquette. Marquette a little banged up, but listen, they won the second half of that basketball game last night, and 50 to 24.
They balled out in that second half.
50 points in the second half.
For sure.
So
this is going to be an interesting
look for Colorado and Marquette to go over.
Yeah.
Whatever the point total is.
I would agree with that.
Could be a ball game. Marquette's still a little banged up injury-wise.
I think that's going to be an exciting one.
Worst beat of the day for me.
Yeah.
Worst beat of the day for me was Colorado Marquette. And I'll tell you why. Or Colorado and or Marquette and Western Kentucky.
Right.
I had Western Kentucky plus 13.5.
Yeah.
Plus 13.5 yesterday in that game, Western Kentucky. I'm feeling good about that.
We talked about this yesterday.
They are up by 7 points at halftime.
Yeah.
Feeling fresh as fuck about that bet. No. Marquette wins by 18. What in the fuck?
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that one.
I was not ready for that one. I was already celebrating. I popped champagne.
Right.
I had already been talking to a sales guy about my Lambo. Like my Lambo was on its way. It was damn near ordered. Like I was getting ready to tell my wife, like, we need to sign some sort of financial agreement so that you can't, take everything I have now.
Right.
Because Western Kentucky was going to finish the job. I thought they were going to win. Everybody wants to see a 15 beat a 2, a 16 beat a 1. We didn't get any of that.
No. We
didn't get any of that.
Tried.
The best we got.
But we didn't.
What was the best we got? What's the lowest seed left? Is it Oakland?
I think it's Oakland.
Oakland at the 14.
Yep. So I think that's the lowest.
So we got a 14 beating a 3.
I'm looking over it again.
Yeah, Oakland's the lowest one.
JMU's a 12.
JMU's a 12. Oakland, Duquesne's an 11.
Yeah. I think that's it. I think it's Oakland.
So the biggest upset, Oakland. Yep. Old Goat K is going to go down in NCAA tournament lore. Mm-hmm. That shot from the Colorado kid, I cannot remember his name for the life of me. The Kawhi Leonard looking like bounced off the rim and then fell in to take the lead at the end.
Yeah.
That so reminiscent of Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, the one in the corner.
Yeah,
like
to win the series.
Yeah.
To win the series. Mm-hmm. Very, very reminiscent of that.
For sure.
So let's talk about today's games. Let's talk about and pick today's games. And I want to share with you guys.
So what do we have today? Like actually today, I want to mark them.
I'm going to share with you guys what I have for today. We'll talk about what I bet and kind of what's going on here. So Arizona, Dayton.
Yeah. Zona.
I need a pen.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Here.
You got that crazy pin with the Mohawk shit. I got one.
Yeah. Okay.
Arizona, Dayton. Are we just consensus Arizona?
It's Zona.
We've already got the advantage of half the game being played. Reg, sorry, Reg. I wish you could be here too. Reg in the comments.
I didn't see it.
Reg,
it's all good.
I didn't even see your bracket, Reg, in these standings.
I gotta go somewhere back. In the middle. He's probably tied for sec.
I gotta go back.
Second or fifth. I know there's a bunch bunched up there, second and then fifth, but I feel like he's in that group.
I feel like I didn't see him in the picture I pulled up.
I feel like he is.
I'm not gonna find that on DraftKings.
He's somewhere there with me. We're pretty close. I felt like he and I, for the most part, when we did the group,
we didn't talk shit to Reggie because he's not here. Oh, Reggie's down there with me.
Oh,
Reggie's in that three-way tie for 13th. Reggie's 2 points ahead of me. Me and Todd Rawlings down there bringing up the mine sucks. Hey, but we've all got Arizona. Arizona wins. We're all coming up. We're all popping bottles.
Hey,
popping bottles and ordering Lambos.
Let's go.
But Arizona Dayton. That's one of most of the games that I picked today from a gambling standpoint.
Right,
were on the money line. Arizona Dayton, I got better odds, taking Arizona minus 3.5. Looking good so far.
Yeah.
Zona's the pick.
You're definitely looking good so far. 32-18. Yeah. Zona just scored another.
Zona's the pick. It gets scary as we go down the list.
6 minutes left in the first, if anyone's wanting an update.
Today we have Gonzaga against Kansas, that banged-up Kansas team that managed to put up 93 points. And I said, watch out for Samford. They're going to score a lot of points.
Yeah.
It took 93 points out of Kansas to beat Samford.
Right.
And a controversial call at the end.
It was a stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really was down to it for that game.
Yeah, I got a feeling Gonzaga. Did you happen to watch Gonzaga play the other night?
I did. I watched most of that game. I can't say I watched it all, but
dude,
man, McNeese.
McNeese was supposed to be big time. Gonzaga rolled over him.
I know. And that's where they had like highlights, right? They had a couple of spots where it was like, okay, they might actually compete, and then they didn't.
A lot of people talked about McNeese in this tournament.
Right. I didn't really feel that one.
Gonzaga looked like a brick wall, dude.
Yeah.
Looked like a brick wall. If they can play that well against Kansas with McCullers Jr. out, Dickinson banged up, I got Gonzaga on the money line on this one.
Yeah, Gonzaga for sure on that one for me.
All right. Next up, North Carolina and Michigan State. Michigan State actually looked pretty good against Mississippi State.
Don't bet against Izzo. We already talked about
We talked about not betting against Izzo, but that was something we reserved specifically for the first round.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're going to run into Unk today.
I think that Unk takes that one.
Yeah, they're going to run into Unk today. UNC over Michigan State. That's what I got. I got North Carolina, thankfully, on the money line because you never know what's going to happen in that game. Iowa State, Washington State. Washington State, a team we didn't think would get out of the first round.
Right. Well, I still think that Iowa State's a really strong
They're legit.
team, too. Yeah.
They're legit.
They have it all around, too. Like, it's not just offense. It's not just defense. Like, they
Very
play
potential Final Four team.
Very good basketball on both ends.
Yep. They come out of the Big 12. I mean, they won the Big 12 tournament.
Mm-hmm. They did.
Dominating Houston.
Rightfully so. I really think that they did very well.
So I've got Iowa State money line. And I feel pretty good about that. The one here that it was hard to get points on this game.
Right.
So I had to take Tennessee money line.
Yeah.
Texas is going to be a tough out.
It is. It's going to be a tough out. And
Texas is going to be a tough out.
Your man said it before. And that was even another couple of teams. He was like, you know what? They're not necessarily going all the way, but they're going to be hard to beat.
They're going to be tough out.
And I agree with
Tennessee's playing well.
I agree with that's going to be a battle.
The Big 12, being as good as a basketball conference as it was this year, has just battle tested these teams. They're 100%. Ready for anybody.
Yeah. I mean, and it's anybody's game.
They're ready for anybody. You show up
that day and play that game.
They're ready for anybody.
Yeah.
Well, I picked Tennessee money line in this 8-leg parlay I have for every game today.
I mean, I'm taking Tennessee there too.
I'm taking Tennessee there too. All right. That's 4 of them. That's 5 of them.
5 of them.
Duquesne and Illinois. We talked about this being the end of the road for Duquesne.
I believe that's still going to be the case.
I also do, but I believed that I wanted my bet to be upset proof. And if I saw an upset today, it was going to be this one.
And that's fair. Like, they did really well in that first game.
Right.
Like, Duquesne surprised me.
They played well. They played the Mormons.
They did. But
I probably shouldn't call them the Mormons. BYU. But
it came down to it, though. Like, that was a battle game in the first round, which there's only a few of those. Like, you most of the time, I say, in the first round, there's a team that is going to win.
I wanted everybody to battle.
Right.
And like I said, the one seeds,
the battle.
The one seeds, and I think all the 2 seeds even ended up covering.
Yeah, and they were huge wins.
There was just nothing going on.
Kind of what you expect, and that's what it is. But like I said, I was talking to cousins yesterday. Shout out Sam and Alex, love you guys. But for real, keep letting the underdog win. Like, I think that's what everyone wants to see.
That's what the madness is all about.
It is madness. It will bust brackets. Yeah. Like, the UK losing to Oakland is nuts.
Yeah.
It screwed me.
Oh, yeah.
I had UK going like Elite 8, maybe even Final 4.
I was Final 4.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, a lot of times when a big one like that happens, it kind of gets everybody.
Fuck yeah.
So you're not.
And that's exactly what I said to a few different people.
It sucks to lose a Final Four team on the first fucking day.
I said it to a few different people as I walked by. I was like, bracket busted yet? And they're like, nah. Just like grumbling about it. But I was like, yeah, everybody picked that.
If you can come into a pool and get 2 or 3 of the Final Four teams right, you're doing pretty well.
You're going to win.
You're doing pretty well.
I mean, maybe not a win, but you're going to be damn close. It's going to come down to picking the upset in the first round that then loses in the second.
Right.
Is where you actually
those
make
little micro points.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. So, like I said, I think Illinois is going to win.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pick Illinois to win.
I'm
but
picking Illinois.
But in my bet, I've got Duquesne plus. I moved it all the way to 15.5. Duquesne plus 15.5, which I feel like is an easy hit. I think they will battle.
Yeah, no, I think that will be a good game.
But like I said,
I still think
if a team was going to blow a big upset on day 2, it's going to be a Big Ten team.
Well, and that's so not necessarily a Big Ten team, but I really think that the best battle today is today or this round is gonna be Texas Tennessee. That's gonna be
a good game.
Fire.
Be a good basketball game.
Yeah.
2 more today. Creighton playing Oregon. Oregon, I didn't think we'd get past South Carolina.
I didn't either.
They did.
That was a battle.
I think the Jays are
for the first round.
I think the Jays are too good. I bet the Jays.
I agree. Me too.
But for Creighton to move on.
But I definitely think that Creighton moves on there.
Yeah. We've got Creighton. And then finally today, North Carolina State against
Oakland.
The
Damn.
Grizzlies have the magic.
That's the 2 lowest seeds. The 2 lowest seeds. The best Cinderella chance you have.
11 and a 14.
Yeah.
But look, NC State made that run.
Yes, they did.
To win the ACC tournament.
They battled with Texas Tech.
They I don't even think it was a battle. I mean, they had that game won pretty handily early on. Not handily, but they led most of the way.
They were flirting with double digits most of the time. You're not wrong about that.
So, I mean, I don't think we're going to have a guy hit 10 3-pointers again today.
No.
I don't think it's going to be anything crazy like that. Yeah, so when you talk about nothing wild happening again,
it's NC State.
They don't match up.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to pick NC State here.
Yeah, I think so too.
NC State. So that rounds out today.
Mm-hmm.
That rounds out.
We're pretty much in agreement on this region
of our Sweet 16. Yeah, there's no real argument there.
No.
Nothing crazy.
Dude.
What about Sunday, though?
It's all madness.
And I haven't made any bets for the Sunday games.
No, not well. I mean, you got a day to figure it out.
I got a day to figure it out. Honestly, I've been getting absolutely crushed this entire tournament. So I don't know.
Colorado Marquette is going to be one that we talked about the other day.
Well, you're looking out for Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to be right in the things they say.
Yeah.
I felt pretty justified in talking. I told people bet Duquesne, bet Duquesne.
I did.
Not necessarily to win.
Right, but bet on it.
Absolutely to cover.
Yeah.
It was a double-digit spread.
Right.
They're absolutely going to cover that.
Right.
Samford. My big win for this tournament in terms of shit I said before it started would have been had Samford finished the upset over Kansas.
They were so close.
And it was close.
Yeah, they were so close.
We thought Houston, Nebraska.
Yeah.
It was going to be a massive second round game that could be very suspect. Now it's not going to happen. Now we got Houston and Texas A&M. I'm really surprised by Nebraska.
Me too.
Super surprised by Nebraska, actually.
They just didn't quite get it done.
To the point where last night I was figuring out how I bet the over on that game.
Really?
And smoked it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And smoked it. But
just didn't
I
go the way.
could not figure out how to get the best odds at where I wanted it to be because, again, Big Ten teams, man, they just have not been historically good in this tournament.
They literally come into the tournament strong. They
the
come
Big
out
Ten
of the year
hasn't won
great.
an NCAA title since 2000. Michigan State in 2000 is the last time a Big Ten team won this tournament. Mateen Cleaves, baby.
Hey, but we're growing.
You were what, 9?
Big Ten is now like fucking. I was
in 2000. 8
in July.
So 2000. Close. So close.
But for real though, it's it's wild to me to think that because we fucking
24 years
basketball around here.
24
and
years.
We can't get a college to go. Come on.
24 years. Couple of disadvantages for teams in the Midwest, and this is what people are starting to figure out.
Right.
Especially with with the name, image, likeness deals and all that stuff. What you see?
Man just dunked for Dayton, but they're still down 12. Minute 37 to go in the first half.
Minute 37 and a half.
Yeah. But they were on a bit of a run. They're coming.
Disadvantage for Big Ten teams is that none of them are in And that's not true now with USC and UCLA.
Right, everybody
coming
being
to the
added. I
conference.
said it's growing. It's not the Big Ten anymore.
But there's
it's like
nowhere
the Big 14.
a player
or some
that can
shit.
go somewhere and make a bunch of money.
Right.
Why the fuck would you want to be like, well, you know what? I'm going to take
Right.
my talents to West Lafayette, Indiana. Why the fuck would you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bloomington's fun. Columbus, Ohio. Where you going to go? Lansing, Michigan? Fuck out of here.
Right.
Who wants to live in Detroit? No one. Ann Arbor's close enough to Detroit.
I definitely don't. wanna live in
Piscataway, New
Detroit.
Jersey? Fuck you. But, now when you talk about getting talent in the Big Ten, UCLA and USC, that's a monster jam.
Breakaway.
That's a monster jam.
Yeah, it was a good steal.
So the landscape of how the Big Ten does in these games could change just because we've added a couple of destinations to the Big Ten.
Right. I don't disagree with that.
What's that going to look like?
It's kind of wild to me. How many fucking teams are there now?
College teams, 18. There's going to be 18 next year.
Oh, my God.
Why
is it so called the Big Ten?
College teams going on West Coast road trips.
That's my real question. Why is it so called the Big Ten? Because
When they added Penn State,
Yeah.
they made it 11.
Right, and I knew that.
I'm not sure what the year
you
was.
have one more,
And
but
then they stayed Big Ten. I think it's just because of a branding thing.
yeah,
It's gotta
and it
be.
is. And it's probably its own business of sorts. And
Absolutely
they
is.
don't want to go through all the shit to change it. But man, why is it still called the Big Ten?
Yeah. The conference landscape in college sports, period, is changing.
See, now I said this even last year, years ago, as I started to add teams to that. They're going to end up looking like a pro org. They're going to end up having an East and a West.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. Like, there's not going to be all these different conferences and shit. It's going to be 1 and 2. And
I think there's still got to be conferences.
Well, I mean, there will be, but I still think they're going to end up fucking drawing a hard line, and it will be East and West. Like, I really feel like that's all it's going towards.
That's how gangster rap started.
Right. No, that's really how I think it's going to end up. It's going to have to go down a hard line at some point, and then they'll divide on either side into conferences like that.
Right.
Because now they've got the money involved with the kids now. And I'm happy for that. Note that. Like, let these kids make it because
Hell yeah.
they're getting advertised and
Get
all
your
kinds
bag.
of shit. Yeah.
Get
for
your
real.
back. Somebody's making a profit on you.
I'm glad they're
Should be
getting
yours.
theirs now. I agree.
Yeah.
And I understand that there are some that have arguments against that and all that, but it's get yours.
Oh, yeah.
For real. Even before you go pro. Get your education too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about the kid that stays for all 4 years or 5 years, whatever.
Do what you
with
gotta do.
red shirt. Get your education. I'm down with that too, but get paid.
Somebody
They're
said to me,
advertising you.
Yeah. Somebody said to me yesterday that because of NIL, more kids will stay in college.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I said some kids will stay in college.
Some. There's still more money to be made in the pros. Like, I get it.
There's still kids playing college sports. They're like, I got to go to school. Fuck that. I'm not saying that wouldn't be me.
Right. But I mean, I'm with you though. Like, I think that it will have more stay. But at the same time, there'll still be those kids that are like, I can get a bigger bag if I go.
Oh,
and go. Like, if that's what you are after, go get it.
Go get
like,
it.
if you've got that
Get your
in
bag.
you, you have that for a limited number of years.
Right.
Go
Get your
get
bag.
it. Go get it.
Get your
And
bag.
then come back to school later if you're smart about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing that I've always loved about Dame. Like, we're talking about even March Madness right now. That dude, as well as like Steph, being in college as they were coming through, I was like, damn, these guys are special.
Right.
Like, they're going to do things.
Oh, yeah.
Look at them now. Like, seriously, watching Steph at Davidson was wild.
Yeah.
And then Dame even coming through, I was like, this guy has just the coolest water running through his veins kind of thing. And they both have since gone back and finished their degrees after going.
Yeah.
Which they didn't have NIL.
LeBron's a college graduate.
Yeah,
All these guys are,
for sure.
And when you can grow up and do it on your own time,
Yeah,
that's fine. Half these guys will never need that.
right. That's true.
LeBron never needed to go to college, but it was something he wanted to do.
Right. And I commend him for it. Like, for real. Like,
Right.
go get it. For real.
It's so funny. We've changed so much from a place where Yeah, Galloway and Leal from IU make a lot more money in college. They're not doing anything professionally.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, they might get something overseas.
I mean,
down the road, maybe,
and play overseas.
Yeah,
you're still making money. You're still playing the game
overseas.
Still playing the game,
but
you're doing your thing.
Why not stay at IU, make some money?
True.
I mean, it's just the landscape of the whole thing has changed now.
Right, for sure. I mean, fucking Jordy Hall went over and played forever.
Jordy, yeah.
After he got out,
Starberry, Bob.
He stayed. He stayed all year. Yeah, all 4 years.
Jordy Hall.
God,
IU basketball. You know, it's funny because I'm not like when IU's not in the tournament.
Right.
My brackets are a little more serious.
Yeah, because I don't have to worry about pushing them further than I want them to.
I mean, Indiana's going to win that game. I just don't like betting against my team.
Yeah.
Like in anything.
Right.
I don't like betting against my team.
That's Nate. Again, shout out, homie. He doesn't bet on his teams, period.
Ever.
He will not.
Ever.
Baseball, basketball.
The only thing I'll ever bet on my team to do is win outright.
Right.
And I will do that.
And that's it.
But I'll never bet Indiana minus 4.5.
Right.
Because you
want them to beat it.
I want them to win. I don't care if they win by 2.
Right.
But if them only winning by 2 cost me a couple $100.
Indiana women's just tipped off.
Indiana women's just tipped off.
Go Hoosiers.
Go Hoosiers. Renew supposedly got $500,000 to stay the other day.
Really?
Get it, kid. Get it, kid. That's a talented kid. He's getting better.
Make your money.
He had a much better year, too.
Yeah. He
talented
did
kid.
Really well.
You put any backcourt with Indiana basketball, and they're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Any backcourt at all. And a lot of people love Trey Galloway. I do not.
I'm not a big.
I do not love Trey Galloway.
I
don't dislike Trey Galloway. I think he works really hard.
Again.
But to say like, well, he should be the starter. No, he shouldn't.
He's not a favorite for me.
No, he shouldn't.
No, I agree.
Xavier Johnson being gone will be massive.
Will be such massive. A liability.
When your best
4 years
guard is a turnover machine, yeah, it's a
such
fucking
a
liability,
bro. I've not been the biggest fan of X this whole time. Like, he can play ball, don't get me wrong.
You think Khalil Ware goes to the league, Braden? I think Khalil Ware stays.
What don't you like about Galloway?
The fact that he's not very good at basketball.
He's not a starter.
He works really hard.
He does.
He's a hard worker. He's the guy you want.
That is the one thing
I do love
about
He works hard. He'll do whatever he's told. He plays tough on defense. Like, he does some good things. But he has absolutely got to come off your bench.
Right.
Absolutely got to come off your bench.
I think he's a 6th man of the year type of thing. Like, he's not the starter.
Yeah.
I agree. He just doesn't have it for like the full time that you're wanting out of a starter, right? Like, he can play those
late first round pick and Where, really? I don't know. I bet he stays.
Yeah.
I bet Ware stays.
I bet he stays too.
There's a ton of potential there.
There is a ton.
And listen, if there's money to be made for him in the NBA draft, go get it.
But I think he stays and makes money here. I do. I think he stays in college. He said check mark.
Check him out. I'm in NCAA tournament. I hate mock drafts.
We'll talk about it next time.
I think let me make that clear. I hate mock drafts.
I mean, they always change. And that's NBA.
They
that's
do draft
NFL,
off potential. You're not wrong. They draft off potential. And of course, they have a G League now. They've got the minor league. So you can develop these players before you have to guarantee them roster spots. Understand all that.
Right.
I get all that. And I love that because I wish they'd stop making kids go to college. Let them go back to drafting out of high school. You have a developmental league.
Right. Well,
what do you give a shit?
Now they're paying them in college. What's the difference in jumping to the pros if you're that good?
Absolutely.
Go get your bag. It's the same conversation we just
said.
Is go get it. While you've
Whatever you got
the years, while you've got the years to play and do it like that, then go get it.
Yeah.
Go get your money.
Now we'll see what Khalil Ware chooses to do. I personally think I hope he stays.
I think he stays.
I'll say that. I think it's more I hope he stays than I think he stays. But you keep Ware, Baco, and Renew, you get all 3 of those guys back. Again, your front court is solid and a year better. Galloway can come off the bench if you have it to. Absolutely, we have to have it too.
So if we're talking IU, right? Woodson, How you feeling?
I like Mike Woodson. I do not think he's done a great job.
Yeah.
I do not think he's done a great job.
Going with the question.
I don't think the guys are ready for games. I don't think they buy into the culture of Indiana University. I don't think they do that. I thought Mike Woodson would help them create that culture.
I don't
see a floor full of guys wearing candy stripes warming up that buy into Indiana University culture. I just don't.
I agree. I think it's lacking some fire, right?
Yeah. And you would think that a Mike Woodson guy would be the type of coach you need to reignite that love for Indiana.
It just hasn't happened.
It's not there.
Yeah.
It's not there.
I'm curious to
Where's
see how
Calbert Chaney? Is Calbert Chaney available? Can we get Calbert Chaney as the head coach of Indiana University basketball?
Woodson not that. Yeah, okay.
Can we get Calbert Chaney, please?
I'm with that, Braden. I agree, but he's got to do something this year.
Yeah.
This next year, I guess.
Calbert Chaney, one of my all-time favorite Hoosiers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's who I would love to see eventually become the head coach.
For sure.
But when they hired Woodson, I was happy. Because that's what they need. They need a guy to reignite that culture.
I was the first one to share all that shit as soon as I saw Woodson was coming. I was like, fucking get it. Let's go. That's exactly what I thought it was needed, as you said.
You know what would have brought a couple of championships to Indiana? If they'd never put a fucking phone in Kelvin Sampson's office. Never give that guy no cell phone, no landline.
You don't get to talk to anyone.
Here's all the plane
approval.
tickets you need to go meet, recruit, however you need to, but stay off your fucking phone. He does that. Indiana has probably 2 more national titles. But
I mean, maybe
we can talk about that all day.
Conjecture.
We can talk about that all day. Let's go down through day 2 of this first.
Hey, let's do it.
Yeah, day 2 of this second round.
I was just looking at a few of them.
So does Northwestern have a prayer against Connecticut?
No,
I don't think so either. I tell you what, though, overtime against FAU, they looked fucking unbeatable.
Yeah.
Would you trade Woody for Sampson or Wade? Yeah, for Kelvin Sampson. For Kelvin Sampson, I would.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But again, like, this is a version of Kelvin Sampson that never gets in trouble.
Right.
Like,
that's undeniable then.
What Kelvin Sampson did absolutely crippled the entire Indiana University basketball program for a long time. Because it was just like, here you go. These are your sanctions. Your whole fucking team leaves. Like, it was bad. It was bad.
Appreciate you hanging out, Braden.
But hell yeah. Hell yeah. You need to come join us, Braden.
Yeah, for real.
That's what you need to do.
I mean, there's gonna be some times that I'm not actually gonna be here, but I'm down.
Neil does allow Sampson to be crooked.
Yeah.
Neil allows them all to be crooked. So go for it now. Yeah, you give me Kelvin Sampson.
Give the kids their money.
Yeah. So UConn, no prayer against Northwestern. No. We're saying that.
Yeah.
All right. Or sorry, other way around. Northwestern, no prayer against UConn. San Diego State and Yale. I said the other day, and you guys quote me on this, I said the Ivy League could have had 3 teams, but they don't.
Yeah, well.
The Ivy League competition was good this year.
Yeah.
And when Yale won,
Yale
I felt
balled
pretty
out.
good about
Sorry,
that.
Reg.
I felt pretty good about that.
Reg had Auburn going real far.
He did.
Like that's where he got busted.
He
on
did.
Top of UK as
He
well.
did.
That's why he's down there. Anyway.
So
sorry, Reg.
Why can't Yale beat San Diego State?
I feel like San Diego State is pretty offensive. Sure. I feel like it'll be points.
Well, I mean,
then it comes down to defensive free throws.
Played like pretty well against Auburn.
Yeah, I know it. But
they closed really well against Auburn.
Now, second half, that's huge, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, personally, I think I'm thinking San Diego, but it's because they're going to come out in this game and know what Yale did against Auburn and be ready to take down the lower seed. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's all mad, bro. We're talking about it.
Because one game I got to watch very intently was San Diego State and UAB.
Mm-hmm. I did not get to watch that game very well, so maybe you can enlighten me. What you got?
I'm going Yale. And I'm not going to sit here and explain myself.
Okay.
I'm going Yale.
All right.
I'm going with the Ivy League. The smart kids are going to the Sweet 16.
Well, I put San Diego down.
All right, fine. Fine. You do what you want.
Yeah.
You do what you want. The smart kids are going to the Sweet 16, and that's what I said.
All right.
I said what I said. Grand Canyon in Alabama.
Bama. Yeah.
They score a lot of points.
Yeah, they do.
And I'll be honest, last night my money was on St. Mary's in the over.
Right.
They hit the over, but the over was like 104.
Right.
No, it was 120 something, but
still.
Yeah. I think Bama's got too much firepower.
I agree.
Grand Canyon, they're fun to watch though.
They are.
They're fun to watch.
They've been really fun this year.
Uh-huh.
Like looking back at some, stats and even some highlights and things of Grand Canyon as I was setting up the first brackets.
But like Forrest Gump says, the Final Four is going through Greenbow, Alabama. Clemson, we thought they were done in the first round.
I did.
I know they're done in the second round.
Right. I think it's Baylor Bears.
Baylor looked good.
Yeah.
Baylor looked good.
See, and that's
a game where I had.
Get this. It was kind of funny because I had to look it up. Trivia the other night down there. I went and they had a March Madness category.
Okay.
Longest active appearance streak in the tournament.
Is it not Gonzaga with 25 straight?
It's not Gonzaga. It's 24 as of till this year. But guess what? The other one that's leading is still in the tournament this year as well. I was kind of blown away, but it honestly made sense. Izzo.
Oh, Michigan State?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
By one.
Yeah.
Gonzaga's right behind him. I was like, wild. But it made
crazy.
Sense. But one of the first things I thought was Duke, Baylor, Creighton always seem to be in there, whether it's a top seed or anything. They're always there.
Right.
But, yeah, it's like 25-26 now for Michigan State, and then Gonzaga's like one behind.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, you had to figure, but again, you had to figure Izzo was going to be in that conversation.
For sure. Anyway.
And I don't think they should have been in this year.
I don't
think they should have been in this year.
Debatable.
I don't think they had an argument over IU.
I agree.
I really don't. But they got in there and won a game.
They did.
And now they're playing Unk, and
they're going to lose.
Unk's going to dominate today.
Now they're going to lose.
Unk's going to dominate.
Yeah.
We got a couple more here, Duddy. We got a couple more we got to go through. We got Houston and Texas A&M. Battle of Texas. I'm not a Houston guy.
I'm not either.
They looked good last night. Now, they were playing Longwood.
Yeah.
But they did something last night that I have not seen Houston do. They just didn't stop.
Right. They kept going. I agree.
Like, just didn't
typically,
stop.
like, late in the game, start to, like, fall off a little bit.
You're down by 40? Sorry, kid.
Right. Yeah, right.
They fucking just all over all over the floor last night. And that's not, like, typically it's a very, very, they're a slower paced team.
Mm-hmm. And there's something to be said for that in the tournament too, though.
Sure.
We already were talking about defense and free throws is what wins you in this tournament.
Yeah.
And obviously you have the high scoring teams, but if you can stop them for a little bit,
right,
you have every chance in the world to get through it.
Because I thought for sure I was going to be fine. Like I said, I had Longwood last night plus 29.5.
Right.
And 10 minutes into the game, Houston led 14-10.
Right.
So I was feeling fucking good. At halftime, they were up by 27.
Yeah, fuck.
What in the fuck just happened? But this is such as this tournament and my life.
This one is hard.
I'm going to Houston.
I think it's Houston as well.
Houston.
Because
I'm tired of getting my bracket busted by some dumb shit that I look at and say, man, I probably could have picked that. Now, Kentucky, I didn't have to. There's no way I was picking Oakland over Kentucky in the first round.
Yeah.
But where I burned myself was having Kentucky in the Final Four. Then I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, that's what you fucking get for putting Kentucky in the Final Four. That's what you get. That's what I get. Now I'm in last place in the fucking pool.
Right.
Like, it's just been a bad day.
You know what?
Okay.
I had Kentucky in I think it was Sweet 16. It might even be in Elite 8, but I think I had them getting beat. in the lead. It might have been 5-4. I can't remember, but
I'm trying to figure out how to not take James Madison.
I just put Duke down.
You just put Duke down?
I did.
I'm trying to figure out how to not take James Madison.
I mean, for your betting purposes, I think you might have some money there, but
let's see what the line on that game is going to be tomorrow. I'm very interested in what the line might be on that game, because if I can get a pretty good
that one could be a battle, but I
can get
feel
a pretty
like
good outing with points.
I just feel like Duke, even sans Coach K, is gonna be just too tough.
Tomorrow. All right, so James Madison is a 7-point underdog. I can absolutely press that out to 12 or 13 and be comfortable.
Yeah, with a bet.
Be comfortable, because look, Vermont gave Duke all they could handle for a lot of that ball game yesterday. Now Duke closed well.
Yeah,
I think James Madison's a better basketball team than they gave him credit for against Wisconsin.
True.
They looked like the higher seed against Wisconsin. Like, that wasn't even like, oh my God, I can't believe these little boys.
They led
won.
that whole game.
They led that whole game.
Yeah. They definitely look good, but I don't know if they'll be quite the best matchup against Duke. But that's just me. I mean, do you.
JMU!
Do it.
I'm making the pick right now. James Madison, mind you, last place in the pool and an absolutely fucking dog shit last 2 days bet.
Might as well get mad with your own picks now.
Absolutely. Just get mad at myself. JMU.
It's already
Let's
madness.
Go.
It's already madness out here.
Colorado and Marquette.
You already know where I'm at.
You're Colorado again. Sweet 16.
Let's go. Let's go Buffaloes.
I'm going with you. Colorado and Marquette. One more.
They got at least one more time. I think the next one will be a tough matchup with NC State, as I have it written.
That's how we've got it. That's how I've got it written too. If they get past Marquette, I think they're going to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
If you have sat here in this podcast and said Colorado's going to be the first 14 to make a deep run, and then they're the team that takes out Houston, I think that is some sort of an award. I mean, at this point,
make sure Cowherd hears.
I think you're right. Right, I'm gonna start clipping all this shit and be like, I don't know where you idiots have been, but my guy knew.
Get me on that Pat McAfee show,
right?
No,
hell yeah.
No, I seriously though, I really felt like out of the first four, that was the one that I had the most confidence in.
Right.
It really was. And that was the question you posed, And here we are.
One more game. I want to see the line on this.
One more.
Purdue?
Yeah.
And Utah State.
As much as I hate it, I almost wish they would have gone down like Kentucky, but
all right.
Sorry, sis.
Where are we at? Purdue is a 10.5-point favorite.
For your
Utah State. Utah State is 4-1 to win this game.
So, I mean, for your betting purposes.
I mean, it would be fun to bet Utah State.
Right. But I'm still on this. I already put down pretty
Grambling was 20-1
right.
to win last night.
No doubt.
But that would not have been any fun.
No.
Gotta go Purdue.
Yeah.
Gotta go Purdue. That does not mean that I won't find a way to be still happy if they get upset.
I literally wrote it as PU.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Got a bunch of P on your bracket.
Get out of here, Mark. Love you,
all right. That's redrawing.
Yeah. And that's just for this next round. We didn't really take it past there, but I don't really want to either because it's just going to get busted again.
Yeah.
I put my name on this one so we can keep it.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for putting your name on it.
Yeah.
If you're in South Carolina Tuesday, I'll scan it and email it to you.
Sounds good. I'll keep writing on it.
And now I'll know which one it was because you put your name on it.
We're mostly the same. I think you just picked JMU.
JMU.
I mean, I would love to see him do it, but
yeah,
I don't know if it'll happen.
It's one of those things. It's why you love this tournament.
40-33.
Things like that happen.
40-33 at halftime. Field goal percentage.
43-30 at halftime. I thought you said 43-3. I was like, let's go.
40-33.
Oh, 40-33.
Arizona's up. field goal percentage.
Yeah.
The difference, the one that I took in my brain before it went away. 65% from Arizona. Do you want to guess what the other one is?
32.
35.
35?
Yeah.
Damn, I was so close.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
So how is
been
this
going
only a 7-point game? I mean, that
free throws.
at the end of the day.
That was the other
That's what I
highlight
wanna
that
know.
I didn't actually get down to, which please do
So, yeah.
check that because I didn't get a chance to look at it before it went away. But it's been a lot of free throws, it seems like.
Where you at here?
I'll bet their free throw percentage is probably pretty high.
Dayton and Arizona. Let's break this down. Let's go some
13 points
let's go
by
some
Caleb
team
Love.
stats here.
Caleb
Caleb Love's got 13.
5 of 7, I think it says.
65-35 in shooting. 3-point percentage. Arizona's 6 for 10. That'll help.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dayton's 5 for 16. So, yeah, Arizona's 60% behind the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Dayton's hitting free throws. They're 6 for 6. Arizona's 3 for 4. Not a
Exactly.
big difference. Arizona's winning the rebound battle. Arizona's 16 to 7 on the defensive end. Dayton's actually winning the offensive rebounds, which actually
Really?
makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Considering the shooting
Second
percentage.
chance opportunity.
So yeah, Arizona 20 of those 43 are in
that'll
the paint.
drive that percentage down by a lot. But if you're getting
Well,
those rebounds,
if you're
it
getting those
don't
rebounds,
matter.
you'll get more shots, and
Exactly.
yeah, absolutely. So
yeah.
So Dayton down. Let's see, the second half has begun.
Yeah, they just
I
started.
see. Yeah, 43-35.
Dayton tried a 3
Okay,
just a second ago, but it did not get.
right on. So
Anyway.
yeah, that's happening right now on the podcast, people. Now, of course, by the time you listen to this live on Spotify or
Right.
iTunes,
Right.
this game will be over, and we'll be speaking from the past.
And we'll also be.
I'd like to
announcing
speak from
our
the
picks.
future right now. I'm Sean Burton. I'm from the future, and I said it. You heard it here first.
JMU.
JMU.
JMU. Yeah.
That's what I said. I said what I said.
Yeah.
I said what I said. This has been the Armchair Waterboys podcast. We've been going about an hour, and we're going to make this go away now because it's tournament day. We got another game coming up at 3:15 here in
Yeah.
about an hour and 15 minutes.
We go watch it.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff to do. Okay, it's the best time of the year.
No doubt.
It's easily the best time
seriously
of the
though,
year.
obviously Madness is on, right? And you're gonna get into NBA playoffs, but you've got all the racing starting back up. You've got baseball starting back up.
Yeah.
Hockey's getting into playoffs
Yeah.
too. Like this is the best time of year.
So it's
March,
funny
April
because
is so much fucking fun.
To me, like the summer collectively is the worst time of year for sports
right, because it's baseball
because it's just baseball.
and NASCAR.
And I love baseball and NASCAR and other things like that. So you struggle, I think, in the summertime more. There's less to talk about with baseball.
right.
There's less to
Well,
talk
I mean,
about.
we can talk about it.
We absolutely,
But
at the end of the
there's
day,
the average viewer that does
there's
not want
less
to talk like
to
we
talk about when it
Yeah.
comes to baseball.
Yeah.
So it just kind of is a lull up until about I don't know, late August.
Yep.
Late August, and then they get them training camps rolling again,
Yes, sir.
and the NFL season's coming. Yeah, early August, really.
Yeah. I mean, they do the OTAs and shit
So,
before they actually.
which is a good thing. It's a good time for us to take the summer and really hone this thing in.
Take a break.
Get it sharp as crystal.
Hell yeah.
Hone this podcast in. Get really good at what we're doing, and then come football season, boy,
It's
out
gonna
of the
be
chute.
fun. It's gonna be fun.
Out of the chute.
I got a couple dynasty leagues we can talk about,
Yeah, fantasy sports,
bro.
I mean,
Even that free agencies talk the other day was like, shit. I got to look at all that
yeah,
because it's even in the off season right now in those dynasty leagues, man.
right.
It is constant.
I don't think I could do that. The
It's-
dynasty league thing.
It's a lot.
And here's why. Eventually, and this is fucking morbid. Eventually, somebody's gonna die,
Right. So
and now it's like you got to have a meeting about what to do with your buddy's team.
I moved DeAndre Swift last year before the season,
Yeah,
and he just had his best season ever as a player.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole thing. But honestly, some of the moves this year very much helping me out.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes.
yeah.
But we can talk about that when we get to football.
Oh
season.
yeah, man. So much to unbox because you are a big time fantasy guy,
Yeah.
less of a gambler.
Right. Well, I mean, if I gamble, I want to have some amount of
Well, you
control over it.
You should.
Yeah.
Where Reg and I more on the gambling side of it, not so much. I mean, we both play fantasy football,
Right.
not to the extent that you do.
Right.
Like you're the fantasy guru,
Yeah,
and that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun to have you around. Nah, you got a summer, dude. You're moving from this status that you're at now to guru between now and August.
All
it's
right,
coming.
man.
I feel it.
All right.
I feel it. Robert Evans says, "Go Illini." Hey, man, you got a tough one today, but I think Illinois is going to win.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think Illinois is going to win today.
I don't know about handily, but they'll definitely win.
Yeah. Like I said, I got Duquesne plus 15.5.
What was their spread? It was plus 15.
No, I moved that around. The Illinois Duquesne spread. Illinois Duquesne on Caesars Sports Book is 9.5. 9.5.
I mean, that sounds about right.
May vary across all sports books, but about 9.5, 10 points, something like that.
Figured it was about 10.
Illinois looks to be a big favorite, but like I said, man, I know Big Ten teams. I know what we do.
They sure know how to
I know what we do. They sure know how to shit the bed. So anyway, Armchair Waterboys out. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy tournament day. We will see you Tuesday is the day. Tuesday, 1:00. We'll be here.
All right.
I don't think, will you be back in South Carolina then?
I'll probably be back down south, but I'll be from the home studio myself.
Perfect. Yeah, Tuesday, 1:00, live show here on YouTube and Facebook. And then, of course, we'll upload the podcast directly after. See ya.
Later.